Hello, 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 hello. I am here as, well, kind of as one of you, as opposed to being the receptionist right now, because I've got my hour that I need to read. I'm going to be reading the Diviners, and let's see, where am I? I'm at 176. So, what will you all be reading? And are you reading your book for Sufferathon, or are you reading something else? This is not for Sufferathon. This is for Seasonathon and for my Book Love is Blind series. So I'm feeling a little icky today, so I'm definitely suffering, but I figured I'm going to try and do my hour every single day on sprints. So I don't know what times that'll be. It'll probably be at random times throughout the week, but I am going to attempt to do my hour every day on here with you. So hopefully that'll help. If not, it'll help me. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. What are you reading? And it's Amanda, not switching to reading and writing life. That's all right. What are you reading right now, Amanda? Are you reading the Diviners also? What do you think so far? Because you're probably further along now than I am. I'm still loving it. Yesterday I actually read quite a bit. So I think I was only like, I think I made it like 14% the day before, and then yesterday I felt like I read more, but I'm quite a bit further, but I'm just loving this. Still 5-star predictions. And I'm going to try and keep things pretty like moving with these sprints because I need to make sure I get the 60 minutes in. And so I'm going to do Pomodoro sprints. So I'll do 20 minutes, 5-minute break, 20 minutes, 5-minute break, and then pretty much be done with my hour for the day. And so, yeah, so hopefully I can keep up with this and do it every single day this week until I already did my hour yesterday. I still need to do my hours. See, then it would be because I'm like going based off Paige's time zone. I've been trying to figure out how many I have to do it for 7 days. So yesterday was my first day. Then I'll do it all the way up until I think, was it Friday? Yesterday was Sunday. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Did I do it on Saturday? Yes, I did. Okay, so Friday. Friday will be my last set of sprints for this. I did it on Saturday. I did an hour on Saturday. I did an hour yesterday. So, okay, good. Just because I'm not taking any punishments. There's just no way. I know it. What's going on. And I'm sorry for you all. Oh, good. I'm glad you love the sprints because I'm excited about being able to do them every day. And it won't be too overwhelming for me because it'll just be about an hour. So, hope that works for everyone. Did I already say hi, Leanna? Hi, Leanna. I'm very happy to see you. Okay, so without further ado, let me present the cute little Pomodoro kitty. And we'll get our first sprint started. I'm just going to leave the Pomodoro kitty up here. And don't forget to let me know what you're reading in the comment section so that I'll talk about it in the next when the 5 minutes comes up. But I'll be leaving our little kitty up here throughout the whole thing so that I try and stay on track with the Pomodoro aspect of this. All right, happy reading, everyone. All right, we got 5 minutes. I made it about 10 pages. Pretty good for me. Let's see. Amanda says, sorry, I ran off to edit a little bit. Now I'm back, and I'll be reading the 12 during my next class time. It's for Season-a-thon for me. Yeah. How is your time blocking going for Season-a-thon, Amanda? Is it going pretty well? Hey, RC. Yeah, rock on. Glad you're here. I'm reading Shadow Spell. Is that for Sufferathon, or is it just for reading? Leanna's crocheting a sweater. Ooh, that's wonderful. I should attempt to crochet again at some point in my life. We'll see if I ever have the energy for it. I did try it at one point, but like my tension, I've only tried it like once or twice, so I haven't really given it much of a chance. And my tension was so awful, it was so terrible that I don't want to say I gave up, but I was like, I'll try this again sometime, and then I just never got back to it. Morning. Good morning, Paige. Welcome, dear receptionist. How are you doing this morning? I'm finishing up Queerly Beloved so I can start my audiobook of Suffering. Going to read Hello Sunshine by Laura Dave. Oh, I think I've heard of Laura Dave. I don't know if I've heard of Hello Sunshine. And that's your Sufferathon book? Hope it goes well, Amy. It's going really well. I actually got up at 6 a.m. this morning for my first class. Whew. That's great. When I did my time blocking, I don't think I had any classes that started that early. That was not going to work for me. I would like to do time blocking again. I just know that during the actual school year with the students, I just don't have the time, or I just don't know. I don't know if I can make it work. So we'll see. I don't know how I'm going to get all my Aurelium books done, because I don't think I've read anything for Aurelium yet this year, even though that month is over. Lena says, do it. I will do it at some point. I will. Especially because last year all my fifth graders, well, not all of them, I had a good handful of fifth graders who loved crocheting, and they would crochet a lot. So I'm like, I need to do that. Looking up and joining Season-a-thon. Yeah, I'm a co-host of another readathon. Season-a-thon again. So Season-a-thon is a seasonal readathon that Melanie from Completely Melanie hosts every season, and I was asked to be a co-host for this season, so for Season-a-thon Academy. So she'll have different co-hosts in December. Ash is making me tea in bed so fabulously. Oh, Ash is so wonderful. I've given one Laura Dave book a 4-star, but then 2 of her others a 2-star. Okay, yeah, so odds are not in her favor. I'm finishing up one more chapter in my book for Sufferathon and then doing Legos with my husband. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. That's really cool. Yeah, I haven't started my Sufferathon book actually. So I'm not putting my Sufferathon TBR up because, I'm the receptionist in the channel, but I don't know that this was necessarily my worst book of the last 2 years, but it was a DNF, and I tried it twice, and I know that I'm not going to read it. And I don't know why, because it was a book that wasn't I don't know why I had such a hard time with it, but I think just the writing wasn't for me. I had tried The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury, and I just could not enjoy it. I could not get into it. So I was like, well, something similar to that, because I don't DNF very often. So I felt like that was a good book to use for this particular challenge. So I'm going to try The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving, and I'll start it after I finish this. But this is super, look at the writing in this thing. It's super short for one, and then the writing is huge, and there's giant margins. So I'm not going to suffer all that much. But I've heard mixed things about The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I had to try a few different ways of holding the working yarn to better control my tension. Pretty tight in both crochet and knitting. I think that will be my struggle, but I'm gonna give it a chance. During a witchy September. Ooh, that's fun. 2 stars is usually the lowest I go since I DNF pretty liberally. Oh, 2 stars actually pretty bad. Okay, we'll start sprinting. We'll come back to the other chats in a bit. All right. How's everybody's reading going? I read about the same this time around. And I'm going to try and catch up on these. Let's see. I don't remember. I mean, I know I kind of read this, but 2 stars usually the lowest I go, so I DNF pretty liberal. Since I DNF pretty liberally, so 2 stars actually really bad. Okay, yeah. So especially if you're a pretty liberal DNFer, I don't DNF very often. And I definitely have had books that I have been tempted to DNF that actually turned out to be pretty good books. But yeah, so that works out perfectly, a DNF. And that's kind of what I went with, was just a book that I hadn't enjoyed at all. I mean, there were other books that I gave in the 2-star range, but if I can't finish the book, or if I just find myself so uninterested, then that's a pretty good indicator for me. And that's why I went with the Halloween Tree. I'm hoping that some Ray Bradbury will work for me at some point. I'd like to try some of the other books that he's written, because I know, so well known, and there's nothing wrong with his writing. I just could not get into it at all. Hello, hey Mac. Fun fact, I live only a few miles from Sleepy Hollow, like the real place. That is really cool. That's really cool. Be cool to be able to read this and then go check out Sleepy Hollow. That's neat. Aren't you stubborn enough for working at the hotel and dealing with those pesky guests? Oh, you know it. So many comments, let me tell you. Me too. I will DNF quickly if I'm not liking it. Ooh, she's reading the Diviners. You have a Libre that you haven't read for ages. Which one is it? Is it... Libre's only written a couple of other things, right? Haven't read yet today. Busy morning. Just got done with a nonfiction buddy read discussion. Ooh, how was that? Is that a pretty good discussion? I love nonfiction discussions. I started, I mean, like when I was doing real life, real world book clubs, I started with nonfiction. I mean, like when I was hosting myself, I started by hosting a nonfiction book club. And I feel like nonfiction book clubs are fantastic because there's just so much to talk about. Can you give us any clues as to what the new prompt will be? Kimberly, have I given you any indication of being the nice receptionist? No, I'm probably the meanest receptionist in our at the Sufferathon Hotel. So, no, no, no reading done. But I'm organizing my TBR since I've been out of town. I've been out of town until yesterday. Yeah, I have been having a hard time this month. Yeah, catching up and trying to get all that stuff done. I didn't get as much reading as I wanted, but I read a little during that sprint. I'm going to go sit on my porch and finish reading. That sounds nice. It's pretty decent today. We're starting to get into the cooler weather, and I can tell winter is going to be coming soon. I mean, fall first, but I have a feeling we're going to have a pretty rough winter this year. Remember enjoying Fahrenheit 451 when I was in high school. I do remember reading that as well and enjoying it. Probably when I was in high school also. So, but I don't remember it well enough. I'd have to reread it again. I don't know why the Halloween Tree worked so poorly for me. I don't know why. So I'll have to, I definitely will be giving Ray Bradbury another shot. And probably with Fahrenheit 451 or one of the other ones. I've heard pretty good things about Something Wicked This Way Comes, right? That's one of his other ones. I came in late but read a few pages of Babel. Ugh. I can't wait to read that. Another one of those books. I buy these books and I'm so excited about them, and then they just sit on. This was one that, well, I got this one as a gift, but I've been wanting to read this one for so long, and I've had it on my shelf for a couple of years. It's about time that I finally get to some of these books. A Great and Terrible Beauty. That's the other Libre. Okay. I'll have to look that one up. The more Bradbury I read, the less I like. Okay. Let me write this one down. The less you like. That's not very, like, does not bode well. Okay. Dandelion Wine or The Martian Chronicles. And I love detailed books, so I don't know why the Halloween Tree worked so poorly for me. Okay, sprint again. All right, that's it. That's my hour. Ugh. I mean, I'll be reading more today, but I wanted to make sure I got my hour done. How's everyone else doing with their Sufferathon hours per day? Hour or hours? Let's see. Where were we? Leonard's The More Bradbury. Yes. The Great and Terrible Beauty is Limba Bray's debut novel. I looked it up during our sprints the other day. That's right. I think I remember you saying that. I'm going to sign off. Okay, well, Amanda's on the porch enjoying her book. Oof, I'm late. It's all right. Reading the Thursday Murder Club. That's definitely one I'm looking forward to reading at some point. It just sounds fun. I'm late and we'll have to dip out soon for dinner, but I'll be back if you're still going. Not going to be going long. That was my hour as far as sprints goes, and then I'm just going to just finish up with comments and stuff, and that's pretty much it. And I'm planning on, for everyone who didn't hear when I first started, I'm planning on doing this every day for Sufferathon to get my hour in. I don't know what time. It's not going to be consistent because it'll be after I get home from work, and it'll just be to get my hour done, like for a way for me to be consistent getting my hour done, and then it'll be some sprints for you all. I just finished the Atlas Paradox and just started 0 Days. Is 0 Days the one by Ruth Ware, or is that something else? Let's see. Just joined Amy. Oh, welcome, Jean. Just watching YouTube. Finished an outstanding book for Amazing Readathon. Oh, what'd you read? What was outstanding? That's another one on my shelf. The Thursday Murder Club. Is it engaging? Babel is so intense that I'm getting the jitters. Ah, oh, just making me really want to read it, Margaret. That's so exciting. But at least that's making me ignore the stomach. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't been feeling good today either. I took some Tylenol earlier, and that's been helping. I have been having a lot of stomach problems for the last few months, and I have an appointment to see a doctor in October. But I did have wine last night, and I've avoided alcohol for the last few weeks, and it was my first time having alcohol, and I've been feeling icky today. So it might be alcohol that's not working with my stomach these days, which is a bummer. Mandolin just started. 20 pages in, I've already chuckled a few times. That is a good sign. Finish my book and can totally do the 1 hour a day. Awesome, Heather. Don't get too excited. We may change things up. I'm not the one to brag to. I'm the mean one, remember. Let's see. I'm liking my first Scott/Sufferathon read, Memoirs of a Highland Lady. Love that. Is it nonfiction then? Memoirs of a Highland Lady? Sounds like it. Memoirs, right? Luckily, my book also fit one of my pick-pongathon prompts. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do this month, trying to make sure everything like this will work. This is my first Sufferathon book, which I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right? For me, it's Tuesday. I'll start it tomorrow, and this also works for Seasonathon for a classic novel or something else. So, yeah, I'm trying to make everything work as much as possible for all the different things that I need to read. Yes, memoir. Same genre as one of my lowest rated books in the past 2 years. Ah. Yeah, oh, that's rough. But I hope this one goes better for you. Well, actually, you said it did. You're liking it. Good. Good. Don't enjoy it too much. Gotta watch Amy. She likes throwing some doozies. I know. I'm the one who's causing all the mischief and the trouble. And occasionally, if you get too excited, I have to bring you down a little bit. It's called Sufferathon. I got a bit more into Authority. Yep, that's the Jeff Vandermeer, right? I'm really liking it. Amy, the series is a lot of biology. You might like it too. I think I have the first. Did I put the first one on my 45 before 45? I think I might have. Let me double check. Southern Reach. Did I put Annihilation? I feel like I did. I don't know. I just got a pile of things. A whole bunch of stuff. I don't know where my booklet went. Oh, here it is. And it's a nice short one, too. Well, at least Annihilation is, right? So, 45. Yeah, I do. I have it on my 45 before 45. So I will be reading at least the first book in that series. I'm hoping I think I'll like it. I think I'll enjoy it, Leanne. That's why I put it on there, because I figure it's going to be one that'll grab me. Being in the dark for the most part with sprinkles of information. It's mysterious. I like mysterious. That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, I'm glad you're getting into it. And I love the biology element, so I'll definitely try that one out. Maybe I can get it in sooner rather than later because it's a shorter, well, at least the first book. I think they're all novellas, right? It'll be good. All right. Well, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sufferathon so far. I hope you're suffering a lot. And I am just having way too much fun with it. As you may see in the Discord. We've all been surprised as receptionists that I'm the meanest one. We didn't think that was possible, but it is. First and second are quite different in terms of POV. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, good luck, everyone. I will see you tomorrow at some point. It won't be the same time because today is a holiday for me, being Labor Day. Tomorrow I will be doing it after I get back from work in the evening. So I may even be more exhausted and not feeling so great tomorrow. Suffering myself. Okay. So the first one is a novella, or more of a novella. Second and third are 300. Oh, okay. So those are regular size novels. All right. All right. Okay. Good luck, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. And keep suffering. Bye.